Test, what's up? What's up, guys? What's up, Groove? What's up, Ito, Ashwin, Jaden? How's everyone doing? All right. What's up, Vincent? How are you, brother? Good day, everyone. What's up, Aldrich? How are you, Ben? We'll cover buys soon. We got our fundeds. We'll be trading them if we see a good setup. And we're just going to be following all our rules. That's the only goal I have from every day on out now. My only goal is to follow all the rules. We're bullish today, but I'll cover why in a bit. So before anything, let's read this together. All right. Number one, you do not have to put a trade on. No trade is a win. All right. If you don't take a trade today, that is a win. You got free information at zero cost. That's a win. Do not feel entitled to being correct. This is a big one. Once you feel entitled, you're gonna feel worse if you lose. If you think it's gonna hit TP absolutely 100% sure, yeah, don't say that. Risk management will carry you. We're pretty good with this. Patience will lead to higher probability trades. I know yesterday I was really patient. It paid off. Let's also be very patient today. Yes, I'll explain that, brother. Losses are opportunities to improve. Don't let them be more. If we lose today, we just look at it as an opportunity to improve. That's it. And of course, do not focus on the money. Focus on the candles, all right? Let's do this, boys. Good morning, Dragon. CR, what's up, brother? So we're bullish. And the reason we are bullish, how do you reset this? Okay. So first off, our stuff. So we got 3 funded. So you can see I activated the 3 funded accounts. No trades on them yet. Zero, nothing. Everything's blank data. So we're fresh accounts. Feels good to be on fresh accounts. But let's make sure we execute well. So we're bullish. Very simple reason why. We have a London low of day reversal profile into the 50-minute fair value gap and the order block. And we've already taken out Asia highs, which kind of sucks. I wish Asia was higher up. But we still have previous day high as a potential draw on liquidity. So that's where I think price is going to go. So just respecting the bullish order flow. And I think we can get the previous day high. So I'm personally bullish. Until previous day high, I don't know what's going to happen after that. On the daily chart, yeah, all-time highs is likely. It could very much so happen. We're working into this wick. Previous day high does align around with 50% of the monthly candle wick. So it's possible we reject off that monthly wick, although I think it's unlikely. I think we just end up having a low resistance liquidity run all the way to all-time highs on NASDAQ. Good news if that happens. We're positioned long on Google. So hopefully NASDAQ does go to all-time highs. And then trading will be difficult, but anyways. So that's the bias. Someone said Google, Euro USD. Okay, we have some time, so I will look at Euro USD quickly. Looks very bearish. I wouldn't try to fight the order flow. Tuesday low week reversal into the 4-hour fair value gaps. Possible. I'd probably say we run those lows. They're too nice. Daily fair value gap, we tapped in, take the low. Maybe from there we can get a move higher into the weekly, but I'd wait for that. Gold too, we'll quickly do gold. Yeah, so we tapped the weekly fair value gap. I would be bullish until we took out all-time highs again. Daily fair value gap tapped in. Oh yeah, so it's just like getting better and better. There's your 15-minute breaker. You could wait for an inversion here or a reclaimed bullish fair value gap. You could wait for a sell side sweep, but we already came into this key level. I'll just wait for a key time. You probably catch a nice long, in my personal opinion. Why can't you hear me? You just have to put my volume up, brother. It might just be you, or maybe you have YouTube muted. All right, back to Nasdaq. So all-time highs, previous day highs, what we're aiming for. In terms of getting in on a trade, so what I'm looking for initially, someone already asked this. I have 7 models, and the one thing I didn't think about making a video in it is how do I select which model? Now, obviously, the model criteria is there, but like, what do I look going into the actual day itself? Couple things. The first thing I do is I look at Asia and London. That's why I have this indicator. It's the only indicator I use. I just want to see them visually. This is if I'm bullish, this is a London reversal profile. So what am I looking for in New York? I want to see price come down into a discount and then potentially go long off that. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a discount. If it's a second stage market maker buy model, then I don't need a discount. But in this case, since we already took out Asia highs and all that, and we're gonna have a discount gap, I kind of want to see a potential New York reversal, London reversal, New York continuation. That's the first thing. Sometimes it won't be that clear. I'll tell you the indicator name in a sec. It's out right here. Sometimes it won't be that clear. You won't have like a clear, oh, like is it a London reversal? Is it a New York reversal? So then just scratch that out, Forget that idea. Look for something else. That's what I do. So if that's really clear, that's the first thing I'll look for. The next thing I'll look for is a 930 Judas swing. If I'm bullish and at 930 we manipulate down into a key level, maybe the 15-minute fair value gap with a mitigation block and the order block right there at that key level, like around 2624 to like 2619. That's a pretty, like, I think price could definitely reject off there if we opened and went down. So if my 930 Judas, which way the video is coming out tomorrow for my 930 Judas AMD model. So if that happens, we can look for that, a potential long. The next thing I'm going to look for, a mitigation block, is a continuation block. It's basically, so you see this, low, high, higher, low, higher, high. So it's not a breaker. It's like a failed breaker. So you see this one, low, high, lower, low, higher, high. This is a bullish breaker because we actually took out the low and then broke out. But with a mitigation, it's not that. It's low, high, higher, low. We never actually took this low and then broke lower. We failed to take it and continued higher. So this is it's like a trend. It's like a trend. It's like a trend pattern. If I were to draw it out in like 1 second, you'd understand exactly what I'm saying. These are all mitigation blocks. So low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Your last bullish candle right here is your mitigation block. So anyways, so we can look for that mitigation or the order block or the fair value gap. I mean, I'm more interested in the fair value gap, but they're all there. So we can look for longs off there. If we don't get a 930 Judas swing, right, the next thing I'm going to look for is potential market maker reversal. So smart money reversal or fair second stage, so any of the stages. And then I'll look for a silver bullet. If we don't get any of those, then simply no trade. I'm not really interested in shorts right now. If we take previous day high before any of that forms, we're just going to have to simply reevaluate. So that's the plan for today. That's my plan for today. You make sure you have your own plan, or if you don't know what the hell you're doing, sure, you can just look at things the same way as me. But we definitely going to need to see it move lower, and I think we're going to go to previous day high. So I'll break it down as things go. This is just how I trade, guys. This is how I like to trade. You don't have to trade like that, That's how I made my thing designed that exact way. I have like an order of which things I look for. So also a 15-minute volume bounce there. So Right now, I'm favoriting a potential 930 Judas. That would be like probably the best model that forms, assuming we're accumulating right now, which I don't know if we are. What's going on here? Assuming that we are accumulating, which we kind of are, if we can Judas swing all the way into here, oh, that would be kind of great. So, and maybe we should get an SMD. All right, and I guess the last thing we'll do is, yeah, so we're gonna have a very discounted gap. So let's go org low, where we closed yesterday. We're gonna open around here, and then we'll mark out 50% and all that stuff. So yeah, we have like this will be around 50% of the org. So it'll be something like this for org. Bearish for first 30 minutes evaluate. Yeah, you can just do it like that. Whatever works for you, brother. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily bearish right now, but like I'm still bullish. I want to see it come down. It really doesn't have to, you know. This candle could close at 15-minute fair value gap, tick down and go up. What is the bias? 57.50. Previous day high. No, today's not really 50-50. I'm pretty bullish. I think we can get to previous day high. So we're gonna look for a 930 Judas to begin with, playing out the idea that this is a London reversal. And we did take out all this buy side, so we could be wrong. But I do think we can come to previous day high, the relative equal highs right here. And I guess, you know what, let's just mark this high out as a low-hanging fruit objective. Because it doesn't need to come all the way here in one run, although they're relatively equal, so I would expect it to, but depends how strong we are. I'm just clean bullish. I want to see price come into here. So if we can get a 930 Judas swing, this is your original consolidation. All right. Okay, that's good. Initially moving lower. That's what we wanted to see. We now have so far almost all the stages of our accumulation or our AMD model. And I'm gonna post a video about this tomorrow. So this is we can identify this as an accumulation. Now this doesn't have to be AMD, but so far we can identify this as accumulation. Now if we don't come into the 15-minute fair value gap, I'm not gonna be interested. Because there's gonna be 15-minute. The best thing that could happen is if we wick. And we'll mark up the volume imbalance for ES. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're funded now, if that's what you mean. So yeah. Oh, I thought it was 9:30. I guess shit was just happening. We're gonna close up the 15-minute. We're probably gonna close that up. I wouldn't be surprised. 15-minute immediate rebalance kind of complicates things. Ideally, you see the manipulation at 9:30. I talked about that in my video. But what can happen is it starts early, and as long as we continue to manipulate lower at 9:30, like I don't want to see 9:30 just shoot up, and then I'll take that trade. It's not as good. Now we have yeah. It's you know what we have buy side here. We could come all the way to the sell side. It's possible we take out a low and then reverse from there. That's possible as well. Taps into the wick, order block. We didn't get to the 15-minute fair value gap or the volume imbalance. I feel like this would probably send us lower, but I never try to predict 9:30. All right, let's do this. And there it is. We already tapped into the 15-minute fair value gap. So now what I'm looking for is an aggressive move back into the range. Look at that, org 50%. Just wait for the candle to close. I don't know if I can't look at your ASD right now, brother. You're gonna have to ask me later. Damn. So we already hit org. Looks like we're coming for the sell side. If we get an SMT at the lows, that would be pretty cool. We could look for a reversal there. And I was gonna say this could be like a market maker buy model, but like this is some ass. Did ES take out the sell? Bro, ES didn't even go lower at all. Just like took the buy. ES took the buy side. Beautiful move. Oh, so yeah, the fair value gap ended up playing there. So what would I need to see? Um. Okay, you know what? I'm so tired of doing this. Let me just save this profile. I don't have to ever write this ever again. We need to see an aggressive displacement back into the range. So basically, we'd have to inverse this fair value gap for me to consider taking a long to buy side or previous day high. So far, the manipulation leg, standard deviations. Yeah, daily fair value gap high. We can maybe aim for that. If you go to the 15-minute chart, okay, if you go to the 15-minute chart, you'll see the London manipulation. I talked about this in my Discord. I use the London leg for days like this, and I'll use the New York session opening range. As I see that it's paid well. What is the difference? Those are not Nasdaq CME. Those are contracts for differences. They're not futures. All right, if we get an inversion here and a bullish fair value gap, we will go long off of the AMD model. We don't need to go any lower. We could, but if we get an inversion here, I'm more than happy to go long. And we'll say we enter there. Stop loss there, 18 points. We can go in with 4 contracts. It would need to be an inversion there. All right, no inversion. I don't even want to look at this as a potential entry anymore at all because ES looks very consolidated. I think it's best that we wait. I want my AMD model to be very clean and clear. Otherwise, I don't want to take it. We got the immediate rebalance right there. Tapping in or 25%. We could definitely shoot up here. SMT at the lows. Right there. This looks like it's going to shoot up. If I was scalping, I would literally just enter long now and put my stop loss right there. It's like a 3 point stop loss. But I would just be breaking so many rules if I did that. I would literally do something like this. Because of the SMT, turtle soup entry, it would have failed anyways. There you go. See if this forms as an order block, and if that can go to. If this forms as an order block and we get a bullish fair value gap, also inverting this, I will take that long. I will take that long. I would need to see. I don't want to take the inversion personally. I'd want to see a bullish fair value gap ideally. If we did take the inversion, our stop loss would have to cover the order block. That's so bad. I mean, it's 2R for previous day high. Now we could look to enter a little bit better. Like we could use 50% of this wick. Maybe enter in there. But that's, I don't even have an entry model for that. Forming a fair value gap. I don't want to take the inversion. Because my stop loss would need to be all the way down there. Yeah, it's not clean. It could be a breakaway gap. Like we could go for something like this. But really no. The stop could cover there. The stop would have to cover the order block. So, and we just took out the buy side. Yeah. We're too close now. We're just gonna have to wait a bit. Maybe this price range is pretty balanced. We're probably not gonna come back to this fair value gap. We could look to enter on the next one with the breaker. Stop loss at the breaker. Unicorn setup. Like, this is not the worst trade. You would have been filled right there. But the fact we took the buy side long wick, ES is not even looking like it's moving at all. I did not take that trade. This just looks like intraday volatility. To me, you do have your first fair value gap right there, though. Just the risk to reward in this trade just did not make sense, and it's also very choppy on ES, so that's why I didn't take that trade. Let's mark out 50% of this. Now we could look for a PDCT entry. That's a whole different situation. So if we reject this first presentation fair value gap, we could go down to the 15-second chart. Oh, interesting. So MNQ didn't even tap in there, actually. There's an SMT, but NASDAQ tapped in. So if we go to the 15-second chart and we get an inversion, I would not mind going long using the 15-second chart, playing off the first presentation, and then maybe we get the run. I'm looking at the 15-second chart right now. To be honest, personally, I hope I don't see an inversion because it's not the most A+ entry, but all my criteria would technically be met. It just doesn't feel that good right now because of this. Look at ES. Does not look like it's going anywhere whatsoever. And then this wick, I don't like the wick. So there's nothing wrong with staying patient. Nothing wrong with staying patient. I'm bullish as well, brother. So we just tapped the order block. If we get a 15-second fair value gap and inversion, I'll go long. Maybe. I don't know. I want to be patient, but all my criteria is met, so we'll just have to see how this farms. No point in overthinking it. In terms of news, we don't really have much, so yeah, not much is happening. Yeah, there's bullish and bearish SMTs. Another reason it's difficult to predict right now. Although I definitely still think we're coming to previous day high. Is this going to be the price like? We went into the 15-minute fair value gap. We wicked up. Everything we wanted here, we expected. High time frame is telling me bullish. We don't have to worry about this wick right now because, well, we're bullish. But that doesn't mean this is going to be as clean. Just always remember the higher time frame. Like, we could make a run to these relative equal lows and then reverse during the macro. That's a pretty probable situation. So that's why I'm looking at this fair value gap right now, and the fact we inverse that, this is probably going to go lower all the way to the relative equal lows. If I had to assume now, I'd say we come to the relative equal lows based on the fact just of this last candle. We tapped the 15-minute fair value gap again, so we're in a valid long place. Still valid. The 15-minute fair gap is not invalidated. Because look, this is what it looks like on the 15-minute time frame. It's still the same 15-minute candle even. So 15-minute candle, 15-minute fair value gap. SMT at the lows one yet again. Oh wait, it's the same SMT actually. So if we take out the sell, so this would be like a double purge AMD, which I didn't talk about in my AMD model, but we took out the sell side, took out the buy side, and then you can see another purge, which I guess that would be the double purge right there. And this would technically be the real move. What indicator to use? No indicator. The only indicator I use is this one, which outlines Asia and New York session, Asia and London session, just to see it visually. I could do it myself manually, but I'm too lazy. But I don't trade with any indicators. You got relative equal lows. This is not even a bad short right here. Like, I think this is Miguel's model. The inversion of the first presentation and then a bearish fair value gap. I wouldn't take it, but we got the full, like, this is a good short actually. Yeah, we hit the order block. The breaker block is right there. The order block's right there. Stop loss can go right here. It's a really good stop loss. That's a 12-point stop loss. You trade gold? Not really. It's not a bad short, but it's not my model. Hey, yeah, call me JP. I'll be free. I'm not taking this, but I definitely think we're making a run to these relative equal lows. Although this, no, doesn't really qualify my AMD model that nicely. If there was a fair value gap right here or something, I could qualify this as an AMD short because this was your range, manipulated the high of the range, and then we fell back into the range. This is your fair value gap back into the range. So if I wanted to, I could have taken this, I guess, and argued it's my AMD model. But I did not because it would be kind of against my bias. Like I do want to see a long, right? So I just didn't even consider this. If I were to trade this, I would have done this exactly. Probably stop loss would be right there. You can give yourself like, if you want, like one tick, 11.5, and I would not be happy if I was in a short right now. But stop loss is there for a reason. That's your first presentation. Oh, that's a really good. If this wicks, it's probably TP. I didn't take this, by the way, guys. I didn't take this because I'm still bullish, right? So I'm not in the mood to look for this like potential scalp to the relative equal lows. Although it looks nice, I just wouldn't take it. That's a pretty good wick, yeah. So as long as your stop loss was where it's supposed to be, assuming you took this trade, I would expect the next candle to go lower, but oh my god, that candle almost flipped. That's so bearish. It's gonna come fill up the imbalance and then actually there's no imbalance there. 15-second order block failed. Damn. Yeah. So like I said, we didn't take that. If I was in the trade now, I would lower my stop to about like here. If I was in this trade hypothetically, I'd lower my stop to here now. 50% of that wick already tapped once. I wouldn't want to see it go back in there. If it goes back in there, then it's just like really showing weakness in the move itself. I put it right there, right above that. What's up, Jay? Wait, how are you, brother? And if anything, I would even consider breaking even, to be honest. Actually, no, the trade's good. I don't like how slow it's taking. If I was in, like, I don't know, it depends. I didn't take it, but I would look at ES first 30 bearish one. Yep, ES first one right there. You didn't take it, Michael? Okay. I don't want to, like, persuade anybody, but if I were, me personally, if I were to take something like this, I would be break even right now. Because it's already against my bias. Like, I want to take as max precautions as possible. I'm bullish. I don't even want to take short. I want to take a long to previous day high. And if that doesn't form in any form of my models, then, well, I'm simply not going to take it. If you were rejecting off the 15-minute fair value gap, that's a pretty valid long. And if we get a macro move, it would be daily power of 3 model. This would be my daily power of 3 model because we'll be trading the New York continuation. So when I have a clear London reversal idea, New York continuation, I have permission to trade any discount array, higher time 50-minute or above, trading long towards the draw liquidity. So my model permits that. Like, how do I know it's gonna come up here? Obviously, you never know, but why do I know that this 15-minute fair value gap, if it rejects off of it, it's a good chance it moves higher? Because this low is safe. So we're likely to not come all the way down here, We could come to these relative equal, assuming we're right. We're likely to not even come explore this area. So it's safe to assume that this 50-minute fair value gap could potentially deliver the move higher. So if we see a rejection off of it, it's a valid long. Again, this is very bad price action. There's nothing interesting me here at all. We're most likely going to be waiting for a 950 macro or a silver bullet or something. But let's see. Like, it's taking very long time. It's not good. Like, now that we have the opening range defined, we can look for a rate on one side and then take the other. Ideally, we take the lows first because if we take the highs, we could just run and we miss the move. Oh, that's lit, JP. Shit was meant to be, huh? So we already read all this stuff today, but let's just remember, you do not have to put a trade on. No trade is a win. Focus on the candles and patience. Do not feel entitled to being correct. That's a big one because, you know, we're kind of like hard pushing for longs, but we don't have to be correct, you know? Although I'm pretty confident in my idea. I'm not gonna change my bias. It's more about having a bias and then waiting to see if your model supports it. That's how I trade. We had an opportunity here, but it was negated after we took out the buy side and wicked lower deeply. We did not take this long. The old me probably would have taken this market buy right here. I ain't gonna lie. The old me probably would have done some long business in here. Yeah, there's relative equal lows there too. I'm looking at the ones on ES, but I mean NQ, but yeah, there's these ones. That's quite low though. I don't know if, I mean, maybe. This trade is still valid, by the way. You would have never been stopped out. I'm just saying I wouldn't have taken this trade. This was the trade we were talking about. I would never take this. But like I said, your stop loss needs to be here. But I would never take that. Me personally, especially when it's doing like this, like, nah, it's so bad. Just wait. They're holding price. It's obvious. But just wait. Don't get FOMO. Focus on the candles, not the money. While we're here, let's look at the org for. Yes, it's expanding. Weird. Very weird. If we leave this range right now in the macro, I'll go long. I don't mind rejecting off the 50-minute fair value gap. This PD rate is not like invalid for me. There we go. 50% of the wick tapped in, and we have the 50-minute fair value gap. I'll go long if we get a setup in the macro. Nice, Aldrich. Nice, brother. You also have this wick. Oh, lines up with org low perfectly. Let's get a tap into org low and then inversion breaker. We go long in the macro. Let's see if we can get that. We have an SMT as well. Yo, if this thing expands right now, we could have a really good trade. in my opinion. But let's not get entitled. Let's not get entitled to anything. Because we have the SMT. We don't even need to take this low. But if we do, I hope the SMT holds. Yeah, respecting the wick. I'm also looking at the 15-minute wick. I mean, the relative equal lows are there. I want to see. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just joking. I'm actually not that excited. Equal lows, clean this. If we get a bullish fair value gap here in the macro, I'll be going long personally. Because the way I see it is we perfectly rejected off org low, 50% of this candle's wick. We took out the major of the liquidity there. Any bullish fair value gap, and we inverse this, I'll go long. Me personally, I'm not saying anything else. No one, right? No one here got a copy chasing anything. I'm just going long. I'm doing my thing, following my model. Daily power of 3, New York continuation. I would need to see a bullish fair value gap though. And ideally it forms a breaker. Let's make sure the time frames are aligning here. Pretty ass anyways on all time frames, if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'm sure there was some key levels over there, but I'm more focused on this price action here. Okay. A pretty big stop loss, but if we did something like this, I've seen cleaner. I can't lie. We might look for a PDCT entry, guys. It's just the lack of displacement. We could risk up to 6 micros. We could do 7, but let's do. But I'm not gonna take this. I'm not gonna take this because of the lack of displacement. Like all we did was go back into the range. I would want to see a fair value gap leaving the range. We are in the macro. The 15-minute wicked nicely. We did tap the volume imbalance there. We might not even get a fill. We'd wait for a PDCT entry because technically this is the fair value gap with the volume imbalance there. Let's just wait a little bit and see. If we do tap in, can we get a 15-second entry? And we'll be trading like 7 micros. We didn't inverse first presentation. Like it's still just choppy, you know? That's the reason I didn't enter. I'm just being a little bit more patient. There's still 10 a.m. Just because we had a fair value gap. I mean, my model criteria was there for sure. I would take this fair value gap, but this could potentially be a breakaway. Inverse first presentation. Stop loss goes to the breaker. I'll take this fair value gap. It would end up being something like this. So low, high, low, low, high, high. The breaker's not that clean. You could just put it there. It's fine. Volume imbalance. Yeah, we could look for this. As long as the buy side doesn't get taken, I'll take this trade. The buy side gets taken. Not as good for sure. That's true. Like technically, this was our entry right here. We could have taken that and it would have been valid. There's no volume imbalance there. Oh shit! We're entering long. We're entering long. I missed my fill there. Had to slip it in, but we're entered long. It came aggressively down. Stop loss at the 1 minute fair value gap low. And we got a full position size here. Because we got slipped, we only entered I entered 5 only. Let's see how this goes. What's going on here? That's a good sign so far. We didn't touch the low. No, let's see. Let's not jump to any. Whoa, look at it. Yes. Not looking as good. Could take out that low. Our stop loss is pretty good. You know, the breaker's just not that clean. You guys, I don't really like this, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of tempted to close because ES, it's low probability. I might just break even this, guys, and just freaking see what happens. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking this trade. My instinct says just break even. Let's see if we get stopped. My break even's actually here. Let me. It's at 4-1. This is where I got failed on my. I don't like it. Look at ES. This is low probability. If we get lucky, the TPs will go. Trust? No, I don't. I wouldn't trust this. I gotta focus on the candles. Forget the money. If I saw this right now, I wouldn't trade. What? How am I down $3? We gotta stop break even there. I didn't like. Now with the SMT, if we look for another fair value gap here, we could take that, but yeah, no, I definitely did not like that. I don't like this. Let's see if we were right to make that decision. Our stop loss was here originally. What's up, Alez? We took one break even trade. I broke even because ES was looking awful. So we went break even. And we got stop break even right here. And look, I think we were right to do that, guys. I think we were right to do that. I think definitely our stop loss would have been hit there. Probably gonna hit right now. There it is. We made a good decision, guys. We made a good decision. It kind of annoys me that there's like a minus $3, and I'm just gonna remove that from my screen. You know, oh, it's just gonna show red still. Whatever. Don't think about the money. This is SMT. We look for a silver bullet long. Let's see if we tap into this fair value gap. And from there, we get a maybe silver bullet long. We'll have a 15-minute gray pull around there. We're doing good right now, guys. That was a good decision. That was a good decision. That's not something you can really teach. You just kind of have to see it. We tapped OTE. If we can reclaim this bullish fair value gap and form another one, I'll go long again. I don't mind. I don't mind doing that. I'll take a bullish fair value gap long here. I will. Let's see first steps if we can reclaim this bullish fair value gap. That's OTE. That's your order block. So, and the 15-minute fair value gap is somewhere there. We did not reclaim the bullish fair value gap. ES equal lows. Hopefully taking S&P holding for long. Good luck, brother. Yeah, it's not a bad hold. It's definitely not. I just would rather break even and look for a re-entry there. I mean, my stop loss would have been hit, and I didn't want to place a trade with the stop loss at the order block low. So we're kind of lucky if we even got a break even there, because if my stop loss was there, I wouldn't have even taken the trade. But that is a bullish S&P. I need to see this reclaim as a bullish fair value gap. And then we take out these equal highs. He said we should be looking for shorts. I don't know. I'm still looking for longs, but I don't really care. Oh, he's bullish as well. To me, it's pretty obvious. I think previous day highs, we left relative equal highs here. Now we have relative equal highs here. To me, we are sideways for sure. Yeah, look. That's why I want to see a bullish fair value gap leaving the range. And a silver bullet. It would be like a silver bullet type trade, playing off the London reversal. Bullish fair value gap here, and I'll go long. Give it 2022 model. Market structure shift fair value gap. Let's see it. I don't have MSS. No. First step would be to reclaim this bullish fair value gap. Second step would be to displace through this high. Yeah, that's exactly what we said. London reversal, retrace into discount, and then we go long. That's my London reversal profile. All right. So step one, reclaim the bullish fair value gap. Now step two, displace through the high. Step three, leave us a bullish fair value gap to go long off of. Stop loss will be covered there. No bullish fair value gap. But this is probably still going to go higher. Because it offered immediate rebalance there. We might not be able to get in on this if it pumps up right now. ES gives inversion, and we could always just take ES. No. What's up, Ali? How are you, brother? Lack of displacement. Oh, spoke too soon. We called this out pretty nicely. First step, reclaim the bullish fair value gap. Second step, displace through the high. Third step was to leave a fair value gap, but we had an immediate rebalance. So we're probably not going to get a fair value gap, and it's probably going to go without us now. And it is what it is. I don't have any entry criteria here. Yeah, no, nothing for me here. You got your 5-minute order block there. You can qualify that if you wanted to. Well, looks like that's failing anyways. back into the reclaimed bullish fair value gap. Yeah, if you don't want to trade this, brother, don't trade it. It's your first presentation fair value gap right there. We just tap back in. And if somebody hurt you, I wanna cry. We never got the inversion on, yes. But we just tapped into a bullish fair value gap, so let's see. Yep, too choppy indeed. But again, if we get a bullish fair value gap leaving the range, I'm gonna go long still. Most likely. I still think we'll get there. Because you sing. Yep, we have our opening range defined. This high and this low. Take that range. Actually, it's over here. Take that range, project it. 0.5 lines up with previous day high. I like that a lot. We take out this low. SMT, break higher. Any longs from this 15-minute fair value gap, and it's fair game to me. We're looking for a silver bullet entry now, but still very choppy. Yeah, same. It's a good thing we didn't take this because we didn't make our rules. That's why I wait for a fair value gap. Because if there's no fair value gap, price is going to go based off highs and lows. And you don't want that. You don't want that. Your stop loss will never be safe. You should look for short, I think. No. I'm not going to change bias until we take previous day high. I'm going to be fading all shorts. Equal lows. Tuesday, 6:30 a.m. There. Yeah, there's a 15-minute fair value gap here. That's a London fair value gap. It could go into there. But I'm more interested in these relative equal highs and then previous day high. Pre-market stage after close will be pretty much based on trend line might be a good liquidity spot before aiming high. What's up, brother? How are you, man? Okay, looks like we're going back to the 15-minute fair value gap. If we get an SMT here and then another push higher, again, same thing. We'll look for the same trade, except this time under the context of silver bullet, which is, you can make an argument that it's not the best one to look for, but definitely a good one because you have the yeah, maybe, but for me, we'll be here. 15-minute fair value gap tapped in there. Let's see if we take the lows and then and look for expansion. I wouldn't even take the low there. Cool. Yeah, I think he doesn't like it when there's a small opening range gap. I mean, he's right about the price action being a little bit worse. Did you close the video? Yeah, bro. I didn't catch that one. Did it go all time high? Oh my god, Google's going, bro. And the whole market's down. I closed the video a while ago. Yeah, I just took profit. I don't see what you're talking about. Below 730 open here. That is a breakaway gap formed in a balanced price range. That's what you're asking. So, Miguel, remember we said yesterday how like yesterday moved so much? So it's quite typical for today to do something like this. It's quite typical. But I didn't think previous day high we were pretty close. So I still thought we would go up there and just bump it out, but we passed the challenges yesterday. We caught a 6-hour trade. Okay, there's the rate on sell side liquidity. No, that's it. I want to see a inversion, and we'll go long silver bullet. That's it. First step, inversion. Second step, bullish fair value gap. I'll enter on the bullish fair value gap. And if that doesn't happen, we'll most likely be waiting for 1050 macro. In this fair value gap here, tap the order block once again. This is your OB. All right, if you go to the hourly, you can see it pretty nicely. And if it keeps going lower, then probably long. We could probably take out some more of these lows. Maybe the sell side in London. Maybe it was never a London reversal. Maybe it was a New York reversal after taking Asia highs. I still think we can get to previous day high, especially now that there's relative equal highs there. But that's just me. Okay, there we took up 730 low. And we have this wick. We should start rejecting now. If not, then yeah, probably just wrong. But yeah, this looks like also a potential market maker buy model. On the lower time frame, I bet you 15 second. Yeah, you can see it on the 15 second. It's not bad. But no, the reversal. The timing's a little bit off. Looks like we're coming for London. It's a really good thing we went break even on that trade, guys. MPay breakaway gap new. Let's see if it inverts. We get 1 minute more step. Yeah. Make sure, as long as you know what you're looking for, brother. It's all good. We'll mark this red as a key level. I mean, yeah, if we're gonna come all the way down here, we tap the hourly fair value gap. If we're gonna come all the way down here, we might as well just be taking out the London lows. So I would expect that to happen. Unless we aggressively move higher, respecting the hourly fair value gap. So what would I want to see? We take London lows and then come aggressively back up over these hourly fair value gap. Do you have any bad news? No. Good luck, good shit. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, brother. We'll probably get an SMT there. Maybe, I don't know. But to make sure we journal that trade that we took and went break even. Could be London lows any minute now. Are they like edging? Just hit it. There it is. What's up, Jared? I'll say to you, we took one break even. It was a very good idea for me to break even. I got skeptical of the long I took here, and we got stop break even. Luckily, so we were very incorrect about that. So, good job. London lows taken on the tick. 15-minute fair value gap. We'll have to wait for some pretty aggressive displacement. We'd have to like inverse that. Inverse this. Or we're probably just wrong. There's SMT at London lows right now. Bitcoin's at 67. Google's at 168. How much is Google up to today? Google's at 169 today. Wow. What was I aiming for? Previous month high. Previous month high. Does nothing for you? Yeah, not really much for me either. You get a little mini breaker here. We could wait till 1050 macro if we don't get an aggressive move now because the timing's a bit off. Yeah, no displacement to the upside. Well, it's still at the 50-minute fair value gap. But what I'm really looking for is, are we going to wick London lows and then respect the 50-minute fair value gap? Or we do have a 50-minute fair value gap forming above. We could look to at least take partials there. Or once it reaches there, we're going to have to break even. Turtle soup. I don't trade turtle soup. And it's looking like we might get another leg lower. Look at the difference between ES and NASDAQ. The relative equal highs are nice. I really like them. I definitely think we can get there. I think ES gotta be so much more bullish. Another leg lower, SMT, give a breaker. I wouldn't mind going long on the breaker, but I would need to see an inversion here to confirm. And we're looking at a buy model now, and that's your original consolidation. You have an SMT at London lows. I want to see a leg higher here for sure. It could take yesterday's. I mean, I would expect 50% of yesterday's range. Maybe not yesterday's low. I mean, it's possible. Monday low of week, Monday would be high of week. Then I would really for us to come all the way down here, I mean, we'd have to more than double what we've already done today in terms of full range. But if you're bearish in the week, especially, then it's not the worst trade. Okay, we close that range up. Form a bullish order block here. That'll be step one. And then form a bullish breaker. That would be step two. I guess now step one will be inversing this if it forms. And then if we inverse this fair value gap, we will go long. The only thing about this would be the timing's a bit off. 10-20 forming the low, it's pretty rare, but the relative equal highs are really clean. We're still bullish. We just happened to consolidate all the way through 930 to 10, and then went to London lows. SMT at London low, and SMT at London low. Double SMT. Surely the double SMT means something, right? That's got to be like an extra confluence or something. I mean, I like that it's consolidating here because it's showing unwillingness to go even lower. Yeah. Smart money reversal. We'll be trying to get in on the smart money reversal. Let's keep this here just so we. This was the original trade that we were looking for, and we did not lose this trade. We got stopped to break even. I didn't even show the trade, whatever. If we get another like lower, I mean the rejection block, it's not as clean. If this happened, we'll probably just wait for 1050 macro. Haven't formed any bullish fair value gap, so there's the rejection block. That's okay, Richard. You gotta stay patient here. And no trade is a win. Although technically we took one, but we went break even, so. Focused right now. We do have a 15-minute fair value gap above us. We need to be cautious about that. If we're wrong, it could just retrace there and then move lower. Oh, great. It's the freaking inversion level too. I guess if we inverse to 2-minute long, not yet. But I'll tell you what I see. I see the rejection block was supported. But like I said, first step needs to be the order block. Second step, inversion. And if that doesn't happen, then this is not going to wick. I want to see this wick. So on the 11-minute time frame, you can see 17-minute time frame, 23-minute time frame. Yeah, what if there's just like a secret time frame that just answers everything? It's not clean, guys. Not clean. I don't want to get impatient here after being pretty patient. Solid displacement. This would be a market maker smart money reversal. is what I'd be looking for. We also could take out London lows and then move higher. That's possible. Yes, a little bit cleaner with the stages. You can see the original consolidation. First stage accumulation, second stage accumulation, smart money reversal here, and then distribution, redistribution. It's a little bit cleaner on ES. The buy side on ES is really clean too. We might even take it on ES, guys, to be honest. Where's previous day high on ES? Yeah, you know what? The ES model looks a lot cleaner. You can see the legs very clear. Accumulated, reaccumulated, one more leg lower, smart money reversal, and then we get the breaker and we go long. It just looks a little bit cleaner on ES, but it's the same thing here. My model said short, but I am not at your stage. What do you mean my stage? Took out the sell side there. Minus 350. It's possible. 50% of yesterday's range is always, always, always possible. I wouldn't favor displacement so much right now. I kind of want to see London lows get taken on ES because it took so long. Your model says 200-point drop, so I mean maybe another 100 points. It's possible, bro. That's your model, and you have the data to be confident in it. And don't worry about what I say, bro. If we take out this high, like I want to see a fake long here. Does that make sense? I'll see a fake long. Engineer sell side here, and then run it one more time. Let's say hypothetically, we took a trade like this. That would be 2.6 R, and if we took previously high, that'd be 4 R. Not bad. But let's see. 1050 macro might be the move. Just like yesterday. Not trading Forex swing now. I haven't traded Forex swing in a while. I was like being distracted with my day trading, so I took a break. Okay. I said down, and the shit went down. Okay, there's your final leg. I'd want to see if we can get back into this range, then I would go long. If not, we're probably just wrong. 50% of yesterday's range right there. Last trade was CAD CHF. Yeah, I think so. Went down to 1 hour fair value gap. Yeah, we took the sell side there, hourly fair value gap. This one is at equilibrium of the range, so it is quite significant compared to the other ones. But the fact that we're staying super heavy here might just be wrong about the draw. You know, we were deep premium, price wanted to go lower, and it was as simple as that. But we'll have a higher time frame SMT now. Wait and see. Is it a 4 hour? Yeah, it probably is. Yeah. We'll just mark it this way. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same. We see an aggressive displacement back. Otherwise, nothing really matters. So inverse this. Get the change of state delivery, and then we can expect the run on buy side. If we don't get the change in the state, then probably no run on buy side. I do like the 4 hour fair value gap though. You know, I never looked at the 4 hour chart actually. But we were so close to previous day high. I thought we would bump it first at least. But we did leave relative equal highs, so will be a nice draw later on. Pretty aggressive. Sometimes sadly. I want to see a change in the state. I want to see this as a manipulation leg. I want to see 1050 macro frame to reversal for lunch. We take previous day high, negative 170 deviations, original consolidation. And this would be your stage one, pretty ass, but stage one accumulation, stage two reaccumulation, and we redistribute. It's a lot cleaner on yes. But like I said, this is staying very heavy, so don't ever feel too entitled. Can't stop me anymore. Take me through the morning sun. Sometimes sadness. Oh. Yeah, this trade we took was only using the daily power of 3. Still 15 up to, so I've seen this play out quite a bit of times. It's good that we broke even. This is staying very heavy, so yeah, very, very heavy. We didn't even retrace. That candle doesn't even have a high. That's your OTE of the price lag now. We're in a deep discount now, if anything. Your order block. That's your dealing range on the 4-hour. We just tapped OTE. Daily immediate rebalance there. That's quite an important level for me. I'm gonna mark that out. We tapped the daily order block, which is OTE. Like now we're kind of just chasing the super bearish order flow. They're obviously sending this lower. So falling knife, yeah. Like to take a long here, you'd have to have some really big balls or FOMO. Video fell. How's my Google? No, Google, stay alive. Don't fail on me now. Oh no. Anyways, I'm break even on Google actually. Damn, oh shit, this thing's going all the way to new week opening gap. Damn, whoever called out Monday low, good shit. Well done. You read price, you predicted really well. No entry? Yeah, they just kind of sent that shit lower. Pretty impossible to get in on there. We hit the daily order block. Do I even want to long this now that we're this deep in a discount? It's 10:35 though. Like, what is this hourly candle gonna flip? Even 10 a.m. like didn't do much. We just kind of dumped. Yeah, difficult, impossible. Possible read, in my opinion. Yeah, that shit is so rigged. They're just dumping this shit lower. 100%. It will reverse? Maybe, but not without manual intervention, in my opinion. Like for it to reverse, you'd basically be thinking like we'd have to reverse this whole move 260 points. That's a large, large range. But luckily we did not get turned over in rate. Difficult day for our trade first day. Yo, can anyone else relate to this? So we went break even. And by the way, let me just show you guys. Like, oh, it was like a perfect break even, I guess. Does anyone else get annoyed that this says -$3? Like it's a perfect break even, but obviously the fees. Does that annoy anyone else? Like I can't lie, I have like the slightest urge just to get this number to 0 or green. Like I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. So don't worry about that. But like it's just kind of annoying, you know? Like just something about seeing the red. Like I just don't like it. But I guess that's how it is. I'm really happy we went break even there. Bro, we entered long on the only bullet value gap. And holy shit. Good thing we did not like we followed our rules and broke even. Anyways, let's put this in the journal quickly. I don't even want to try, bro. Like the fact I have to look, this should be a rule. If you have to scroll down to see how far it went, then no trade. That should just be a rule. You got any shorts? Hell no, bro. I don't know how anyone would have caught this. It didn't even like okay, like who the hell would take this? Like you'd have to be so ballsy. I can understand taking this candle stop loss there, maybe sure, like sure, but like come on, that's a difficult trade. It's a very difficult trade. The breaker gave an entry. Bro, you would be balling. You'd be significantly balling. How do I don't even know how to journal this. On top side, there's really your first 50% of it. You can only request up to 50% of your payout. Yeah. So if you have 3,000 on the account, you can only request 1,500. It was risky, bro. I'm trying to figure out how exactly I want to journal this. I think we'll do it on TradingView. No, I should do it here because it'll show the exact. Richard here calling the job before having. Yeah, man. Richard knew, I guess. Richard knew. I mean, like, I'm not gonna mark out the market structure shift, but there was an SMT here, right? Or no? Put the fair value gap. All I'm gonna show is the entry and the draw liquidity. Previous day high. You know, like I would have been fine expecting this dump after previous day high. The fact we didn't run the liquidity there is kind of shocking to me a little bit. How do you get rid of this trend line? Like, I don't want to see this. Yeah, I don't want to see this. Sorry, guys, we're just doing the journal because I know there's absolutely no long forming. Just to confirm. I have a dodgy model. I don't know if it's just a coincidence because you got burned on. Look in the video. Yeah, thank God we closed, bro. I mean, I closed at like 134, so I'm more worried about my precious Google. Yeah, large dump today. Everything's down. We took one break-even trade. One break-even trade. And we are journaling that trade right now. So if you'd like to see. Yeah, FUG plus. I don't know, maybe I should mark it out with black. My entry PDA. And this was the trade I wanted. We ended up breaking even. I went break even right here because of what ES was looking like. I could tell that the trade was not high probability. And so we entered at 956. So I'll show you guys the journal. I have my fully updated journal for these funded accounts, and we're gonna stick with this journal. And we got out at 958. 958. Economic calendar today was Tuesday. So the original risk for the trade, what were we? So we got filled at 641. Stop loss was originally at 26. Oh man, someone's gotta help me. This is a second. Let me take a picture of this. I want to be very good with my journal, guys. Yeah, we can journal. This was the trade we're looking for. So 641. I didn't get filled on the fair value gap though. I got filled a little bit higher. 641. Macro coming. Yeah, don't worry, brother. Like I said, I really. It would be. I don't know what model this would be even. Is this a market maker buy model? I don't know. Yeah, I'll go 15-second chart for you. You want to see what's happening down there or up there? This is the 15-second chart. Here, I can open up side by side. So 1 minute, 15-second. On the 1 minute, you got the you got the change day delivery there. You got a balanced price range, inversed. Check the 5 minute, 15 minute. Like that's the thing. Any long we take, we would be looking for a retracement. I don't have any retracement type of long strategy. I don't think this is a market maker buy model because that would tell me that we're gonna come all the way up here. Is that possible? I mean, the only way I could go long is if we just went above this 4-hour fair value gap. So unless we really started to wick, then no long for me. Although ES is definitely more bullish. Expecting CE. Possible. macro. Yep, definitely possible. But let's go back to figuring this out. So, sorry guys. I mean, I guess I can do this after. I'm already here, might as well do it. So, putting the entry right at 641, stop loss is right there. I just want to be really good with this. So 13.75. 13.75 times 2. And we had 5. Put in 137.5 with my original risk, minus 137.5. And our original target was 39 times 2 times 5, 390. Oh, that's, sorry, risk to reward, I'm tripping. 2.84. That's what we're aiming for. Okay. Clear. Okay, sorry guys. It's giving a 2022 entry? Maybe, but it's super difficult to trade this. Like, you could argue that this is a smart money reversal in the market maker buy model. What the fuck is this? It's just so heavy, you know? ES definitely looks better for a potential long. At least it's respecting the 4 hour somewhat. But I don't know. We can get back above the new week opening gap. We'll see then. 1050 macro. You don't have to trade. You're right. We don't have to. But if I see a good potential smart money reversal, I'll take it. Let's see what happens. That's a 5-minute fair value gap. There's another one above. We are in a 4 hour busy. We are in a 4 hour busy. This could qualify a 4 hour internal range to external range liquidity, which would be relative equal highs up here. So it's not a bad framework. The only downside is how heavy this move was. But we are in a macro. First step would be inversing the 5. The leg itself is a swing. Yeah, your answer is yes to both. Let's just watch and see. Do we inverse this or no? There's no SMT. I mean, there doesn't even a higher time frame here. We left like these triple relative equal lows now. But we don't need to go any lower. We already took out the bulk of the liquidity. Previous day low. Yeah, we took previous day low, trading above it now. We didn't take any important sell side. I mean, we took previous day low. I think that's pretty important. I mean, if they hit selfie, they go lower. I don't take my word for it. I mean, we have all the relative equal lows here. This could be like, I say it could be done for the week, but 1050 macro. It looks like a smart money reversal. You could wait for a second stage inside the macro potentially, if maybe that'll be something more higher probability. We're not really getting a big displacement though, so. Can you explain what Bitcoin just did? It dropped like everything else. Except Google, my hero. Bitcoin USD. Pick out the buy side. If it's bullish, it'll continue through these highs. If it's not bullish, well, it does a daily fair value gap. It could also just come back into there. It's pretty much doing the exact same thing as Nasdaq, just a lot less bullish. I mean, a lot less bearish. But we took out the sell side, inverted, tapped into the daily fair value gap. This was an amazing entry right here, and you could have entered there if you're looking for a swing trade. But yeah, now we just took out the buy side, so positions are liquidated, I guess. You're gonna get a new plate? No, it should be aggressively Gatie, your real name. Amir. Gatie. Gatie's my last name. If you're bullish, you would want to see an aggressive displacement back into the range. The range I'm referring to is previous day's range. We took out the range previous day low, and if you're bullish, you want to see the order block get respected, but you want to see it to start trading above these discount rates. So we should be going back into the 4-hour fair value gap, back above, right, way above previous day low, the sell side there, and yeah. If we get a bullish fair value gap here, I wouldn't mind going long, to be honest. We'd be inversing the 5 inside the 1050 macro. We could at least see 50% of the range. But like the only model that qualifies this is a market maker buy model. And if that would qualify us coming all the way up here. Let's see if we get a bullish fair value gap, guys. So stop loss would be at this wick. Just below 50%. Hypothetically speaking, there's your relative equal highs. That's a model in itself. And your bigger model, yeah, like I don't know about this. Like if I'm gonna take a market maker buy model entry right now, this is basically what I'm saying is gonna happen. Shit, it's possible. The only issue it would be retracing into a 50-minute fair value gap. I mean, what we can do is if we don't tap into the 50-minute fair value gap, and as I say that, we're literally tapping in. Like I could enter long, break even after we tap in, because it's likely to go up there. ES doesn't even have a 50-minute fair value gap. I don't think we get a fill anyway. It would be a 3 micro trade. What's up, brother? How are you? I'm good. Debating if I want to take this long or not. Wait a minute, wasn't there a 50-minute fair value gap right here? Oh, it was a 5-minute. No. I kind of like this. We could wait for a PDCT entry. Let's do that, guys. Let's see what happens if we tap into this. We're back into the 4-hour fair value gap. Like, pushing above it's a really good sign. We inverse the 5. We'll wait for a price delivery continuum theory entry. Maybe I like this kind of, to be honest. What's previous day low? Previous day low is previous day low is it's just previous day low. I wasn't expecting that either. I was bullish. We ended up going very low. I was bullish. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Trading above previous day low. 5-minute inverse. The 5-minute change in the state. Change in the state on the 1-minute happened. We had the relative equal highs there. 1050 macro. It's just we're probably not gonna make it all the way back up there. It's just a lot of movement. It's possible. And to be honest, I am bullish still, but I was just bullish because of how bullish yesterday was. And we're in the 1-minute fair value gap, so just give me a sec because I might take this entry on the 15-second. So basically waiting for confirmation for it to respect this. If we get a 15-second inversion, I'll go long. 3 micros. We tapped into the 15-second order block breaker. I was bullish because of the order flow from yesterday, and we were just close to previous day high. So I thought if we were going to reverse intra-week, like I thought at minimum we would take previous day high. Like, you know, like I thought previous day high was a very safe draw on liquidity because 1, order flow has been very bullish already. 2, like order flow has been really bullish. So, and then we were just so close. So I thought worst case scenario, we take previous day high and then dump the rest of the week. That's literally like the worst case scenario. That's what I was thinking at the time. But it was a bank holiday. Yeah, so still, wait, what does that have to do with it? Not enough stops? No, the liquidity will still be there. There's always liquidity. Liquidity is endless. Liquidity is endless. Plus, actually, the algorithm doesn't know how much liquidity is resting above or below a high or low. It just knows where it is. It just knows that liquidity is resting above highs and lows. It doesn't know how much liquidity. At least that's what ICT teaches. Anyways, good thing we didn't put our limit order there. If anything, this would be a short second stage distribution. That's actually not a bad idea. Second stage distribution short. 1050 macro. I would have wanted this for value gap if I'm being honest, but we even do this. And target those relative equal lows on the 4-hour. This does look like a second stage distribution of the 5-minute. So it's accumulating now. We could look for PDCT entry on this. Tanya's sister got stop loss? I don't know if she had a sister. I'm gonna wait for a pullback into this range, drop down to the 15-second, and I would not mind actually going short on this and treating this as a 5-minute. So look at the 5-minute. Like we basically accumulated this range, balanced it out, and then you can send it lower one more time. So it would be like a second stage distribution, like in the 1050 macro. I would need to see it maybe come higher first. It would be a very precision type entry, but let's see. I'm not gonna force it. Forming the 3-minute. It can't be like this. That's too big of a stop loss. Tiny sister have a channel, but these 4-hour relative equal lows. This would be your original consolidation, right? So this is not a bad trade. 2.4R. We'd have to take it with. I would literally do 1 micro if I did this trade. I'll do it with 1 micro if it forms on the 3-minute. Nope, we took 1 break even trade today. So I'm risking half. Even though we broke even, I'm still risking half of what I was originally taking. So on the first trade, we were risking 140. So on this trade, I'll be risking 84. We could always wait for the pullback and then see on the 15-second chart, my price delivery continuum theory entry model. That would have been fill right there. So I'm on the 15-second chart. The 3-minute fair value gap didn't even form yet, so I'm not interested in shorting this just yet. Because that entry was for the 3-minute. 3 minutes now over here. So we wait. What is the result of your first trade? It was a break-even trade. $0. Well, technically minus $3. We hit the OTE leg there. Closed up the 3-minute fair value gap. Immediate rebalance. If this goes lower right now, we can take the short. If we get a 15-second inversion, I say that because the 3-minute immediate rebalance, if that gets respected, the 3-minute immediate rebalance, there's a really good chance that this will go lower then. If it doesn't get respected, well then we're just gonna hop off the charts. But we tapped into OTE. So on the 1 minute we tapped OTE. On the 3-minute we got an immediate rebalance. I'm looking for a 15-second inversion to go short off of. You long the OB? Good luck, brother. I'm personally waiting for a 15-second inversion. Or a 15-second fair value gap. And the inversion's happening. Alright guys, we're in short 1 contract. And we'll be putting our stop right there. Second stage distribution. 1050 macro. What I want to see is price come below here. That'll give us a bearish order block. Yeah, not bad. Break even. That's okay, bro. So we're gonna put our stop to 2431.5. It's not the safest stop. Like it could stop us and go higher. But I'm happy with the low risk trade on this. You're doing good. Thank you, brother. Yeah. And we broke, it was minus $3. Like it was a break even trade. It's just the fees of the account, you know? So see if we can get a standard deviations of this leg. If I could partial in this case, because the risk to reward is pretty good, I'd partial here and then here, but I only have 1 contract, so we're just gonna take it off there. If it goes there, never feel entitled. See, that's 3 risk to reward, so we can partial there and then take 1 off there. But in this case, we'll probably just close it here. We need to get below here. Looks good, but yeah, we just need to get there. I'll probably lower the stop to 50% of this wick, which we're already there. Let's just put it there. 430. That's where it was trying to cover before. I was not expecting this at all, but now we're trying to play off the 5 minutes second stage. So basically, when we retrace and start to accumulate, we wait for another break lower. So on the higher time frame, you'll notice this will just be a 15-minute order block, and this is the original consolidation here, right here, original consolidation, and that's your full sell model. So 1050 macro. See if we get the OB. Now this price leg, retracement wise, I'll show you guys something pretty cool, was 117 points. So let's see if we can get a measured move here. There's the order block. 2 minutes. I don't want to break even this. But the fact we just took out the low, yes, this could just be an accumulated. We have an SMT there as well. There's not much reason to come up here besides the high. There's is that a volume imbalance? Okay, there is a volume imbalance there actually, so I didn't see that. That's why I was a little bit skeptical, because if there's no inefficiency and there's no efficiency, then there's no reason to come up here. But there is a volume imbalance, so I missed that. Tapped into the order block there. It's impossible to pyramid one here, to be honest. I'll probably be trailing my stop here now, because we formed the order block. I wouldn't want to see it take out the highs there, relative equal highs. So we're risking 410.50. We could even just break even it, to be honest. But I'm gonna break even this one, guys. 406. Let me enter. Because of the propulsion block and this wick. Maybe it's an early break even, but if it's a good trade, it won't trade up here. If it's a good, it won't even trade up here. 50% of the order block. It shouldn't even trade up there if it's a good trade. And if you're only looking at the bodies, our stop loss is above 50%. So what is your opinion on your entry? Where did you enter? The CE of the this wick? That's a good entry with the order block, yeah. This should just go lower now. It's literally low resistance liquidity run. I mean, there is wicks, but we're up 100 ticks. Dude, I can't show just. Why won't it just show this? Okay, there. As soon as I click that, so annoying. My limit order is on your stop loss. Oh, you didn't get in. I don't know about that wick. I would have if you were gonna do that, you would have had to use this wick probably. I mean, that's just how I would have done it because it's paired with the order block. So 50% of this wick order block. You can get a little bit better fill if you take the wick. I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't, because what would be the reason for price to come back here? If it was going to come here, I would expect this to take out the high. There's no inefficiency. It already came tapped into the order block, came in, tapped to the propulsion block, hit the wick. If it came up here, would I expect it to reject? Maybe, but we already kind of played that range. If anything, this volume imbalance would be like there. I can see. Sure, it can probably come into this volume imbalance. That makes sense. We tapped into this volume imbalance, and it's still valid if it came back. Like, I wouldn't say it's dead, but for it to come up all the way here, that's kind of like you're hoping for a mohawk almost. You know what I'm saying? 5-minute immediate rebalance. There's no inefficiencies here. We're strictly playing off of highs and lows. So and there's this wick here, Tap the order block, 2-minute volume imbalance. It's looking like, I want to make sure. Yeah, we're out break even, guys. A bit late. I was looking for a second stage short, but we broke even because it already retraced and then broke lower. So I'm not mad about that. That would have been your fill right there, no? MMXM? Let's see. Hey, that would have been a sniper fucking fill if it goes lower here, but I don't think it will. It could. I won't re-enter. Looking at Bears Channel Club 11, I'll get a bunch of gold shard, but they don't have it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Just the reason I think it doesn't make sense is because the highs are right there. If it didn't already go lower from this move, I don't see why it would like use this exact PD rate. But I mean, shit. Maybe the fact that you said it, just the fact that you said it, I don't know, bro. I guess we'll see. You can always look for continuation off of it. 15-second bearish fair value gap is forming. I'll show you guys the 15-second chart. So 2 break-even trades. There's the 15-second. It just got run through. So this is where we entered. Right here, 15-second inversion. Stop loss was here, targeting the sell side. So that's the entry model there. We use PDCT entry. I'll be teaching that in my trading system journal. So that's it. Is it going to take the sell side? I don't know. The macro died out. So second stage, maybe. I'm not interested anymore because, the macro died out. Yeah, I mean, we broke even, but just the fees, right? So it's whatever. This was actually at -3, so now it's at a little bit less. Pretty cool, I guess. I think that was a good break even. It was a good trade. Just didn't run, It already ran a lot, so. But we gotta journal this. So what do I want to journal here? So the 1-minute fair value gap. I just gotta show the entry. So let's show the 1-minute fair value gap. I'm live right now. I'm busy.
Check Yasmin police clearance.
Okay, I'll check it after.
She's talking. She needs to know.
The 1-minute fair value gap. We waited for a rejection. We took the 15-second inversion. Price will consolidate. Yeah, there's a good chance it will consolidate. Like the fact that it did all this and then didn't run the lows, I wouldn't. Yeah, it just failed. So we got filled on 2047. Oh, we got filled pretty low, huh? But we tried taking the inversion sell right there. 11 a.m. goes for 10 a.m. buy side. That's a large move, bro. I don't know. That would complete the full buy model if this is a smart money reversal, but that's a large move. I wouldn't hope for that. Personally, I wouldn't. It's possible though. It's definitely possible. I've always been bullish till previous day high. Choose copy trade? Yeah, I use it every day. So we took it on all accounts. So we're minus. Hey, this one's only minus 90 cents. Nice. Doesn't mean it goes to the high buy side. Maybe a minor. Oh, minor? Well, yeah, maybe. Saw the inversion there. So we got filled at 20407. It's a pretty bad fill. but considering the stop loss was there, TP was there, wasn't the worst. Our stop loss was actually 430. Yeah, that was our stop loss. So this was the trade, and I have to show it on 15-second chart. So M1 fair value gap. Dude, a stupid line now. I want to see this. I'm gonna be very good with my journal, guys. Okay. Buy side. Oh, just sell side liquidity. So let's calculate. This was the original risk. How much did we lose on that trade? I don't even know. The account balance is minus 242.44. Entry chart. I'll show you guys the journal. I guess I can just do this with you guys. So this is what I'm looking at. So I'm putting in my entry chart now. Notes. Were they good? Break even. With a good reason to. Take care, Miguel. Take care, brother. And this trade was from 1103 to 1111. 1111. So net P&Ls minus. I don't know. We were at minus 370. So minus 37. Bro, how do you do this? Minus 3.70. And then we got to minus 2.4. So minus 2.44 plus 2.44 plus 2.44. The difference is 1.26. So that trade was minus 1. Plus negative 1.26. How the fuck do you do that? So the net P&L was plus 1.26. 23 times 2. Original risk was $46. Original RR was 3.3. And the entry model was, we were looking for a market maker model stage. Really like your first stage accumulation. Your entry model was a PDCT entry. Rules broken, none. And yeah, that's all. So 50-minute fair value gap, we're probably going to go back up there. The only thing I want to do now is mark up the entire New York session and what happened. So let's do that. So I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. 1050 macro, previous day low. It's possible that we go higher from here. It's definitely possible. I'm not going to be interested in it, but very much possible. Just want to put this for the journal. So that's your 9:30 open. We're always going to label the macros. Let's put this in red lines. Or, yeah, we don't need that pink line. Weekly fair value gap high, trading below it. Daily fair value gap profit cursor, trading below it. Came all the way back to new week opening gap. I don't know what this line is. Well, we did good today, guys. We didn't break any rules, and that was our only goal. So I'm happy with our performance. Let's mark out the entire New York session for our journal. So we opened up, accumulated, and just pretty much right went down. We took the long here. Good thing we broke even. We failed. We took another short here. It also failed. So we managed our positions really well. We read the market pretty well, considering we were wrong about our bias. So can't complain about that. Break even day. We definitely cannot complain. We waited for good confirmation for our entries, which is good too. So we were like really safe today, which is good. I guess the one note I want to make is like the equilibrium of previous day range is quite likely if it was large expansion day. Let's just say that. Put that in the notes. Yeah. So we're gonna put in the aftermath chart, and I'll show you guys my full journal. This is what it looks like. So trade one was during the macro. I can see that 956 and 958 minus $3. This is the economic calendar. This was our original risk, so we managed to reduce that quite a bit. Our original risk to reward. Trading model was a daily power of 3, trading the London reversal. Yeah, I'm just following the model rules, brother. Entry model was fair value gap limit. Rules broken. None. These are all my rules. Money management followed. Entry model followed. Everything. Psychology checklist. Everything good. Psychology checklist. Yeah, everything good. So now we're gonna put in the aftermath chart. These are my notes. Same thing for this one. Originally we were risking 40. This should be in dollars. We're risking 46 originally. Risk to reward shouldn't be dollars. Nice. We're looking for a market maker stage 1. So we were basically expecting a large move lower towards the 4-hour lows there. So these 4-hour lows, we were expecting it to come here. What confirmed us? 1, the 1050 macro. 2, this accumulation here. So once we started to accumulate after retracing, the short I thought was valid, but we just went back into accumulation. So we were wrong. This is pretty much the short that we took, that we wanted. So it went up to 1.9R, but this is what we wanted, and this was our final target, really. But we were just going to close it there. We wouldn't have held it there, because it's really good trade. That's all you need. This was the trade we did. So good trading today. Can't complain. I'll mark this up. Yo, so Asia should be black, London blue, New York green, and this orange. Yeah, that's how I like it. We'll just come back here and see what happens at the end of the day. I'm not going to trade PM session, although I technically could, according to my model. Likely I will not be trading the PM sessions because I already took 2, and kind of want to lay off now the chart. We're funded, so we don't need to like pass by any specific time. Tomorrow's red folder news. Hopefully that's better. If there's any key levels I want to mark. We can delete all this. I want to keep my chart pretty clean now. So okay, if anyone has questions, now's a good time to ask. Pretty average day, not much. Wait, where's this? Should be over here. Bro, screw this, man. Everything's just off. The weekly fair value gap high should be here. Like, all my lines are moved. How did that happen? I had like levels here that were just all wrong. Analysis on euro. I got you, brother. Wait, didn't we touch the old Nimi's opening here? Let me just mark out previous day low. So analysis on euro. You want me to do a breakdown of what happened or a prediction of what I think is gonna happen? Originally, I said I was bullish or bearish. I don't even remember. I marked this green line for some reason, so I must have thought it was gonna go there. The relative equal lows, yeah, that's what I said. And then I said I'd go to the 50-minute chart and see. So what ended up happening? We got an immediate rebalance and then fell short of the sell side. Coming back to an OTE. Looks like we'll probably run those equal highs though. Not the cleanest if I'm being honest. Initially I was bearish. I mean, you could have taken this short. It's actually pretty nice after the raid. Got down to the 1 minute. Yeah, that's really clean right there. That's your bearish fair value gap inversion, A+ entry right there, smart money reversal. But we never took out the full sell side, but you definitely could have, like if you didn't close anything here, this is like a 6R. So you better be taking partials if you took this trade, and this is where I would expect it to go. So it's 5R. So my rule, if it's more than 3R, you take a partial at 3. So where's 3? Like you could have taken these relative equal lows partial. This lows. I would have aimed for here personally. Yeah, and then macro too. It's beautiful. Beautiful trade. Yeah, beautiful. Wow. Just took out the buy side on a bearish day. Clean. Clean. Very clean. We took out London highs. Yeah, very clean in my opinion. I would have expected it to come down here, but so how would you like I would never day trade this. I don't want to day trade this, but you did a scalp 150? Scalp chart just now? Well, the thing is, like, it's so easy to, I don't say easy to scalp, but like, if you wanted to find a setup that has like a couple chance, like a decent chance to get like 10 points, it's so possible. But like, I shouldn't trade like that, right? But like, you kind of want to. You shorted 11.17. Oh, damn, the rejection block against newly opening gap or something? Was it SMT? I guess that qualifies SMT. Valid, bro. Shit. Valid as hell. Well, not much for us today. Good stuff for the journal though. So 2 entries in our journal. Final balance is -$2. Why is the screen? So you know what annoys me though? Like when you get like shitty little trades like this, like look at this now. Like these numbers are gonna be like, close this. Now it's gonna say I'm 1 and 1. Like look at this, bro. Like this is annoying. I don't know. Like obviously this isn't gonna matter once I catch one real loss or one real win, but just annoying. Jeez, man. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna go make some breakfast. Hey, some people were killing it today. I don't have anything else to say, by the way. So for those of you who are here, just to like keep my views up, I appreciate you. Another down move. I'll check right now, but I wouldn't favor it during lunch. I really don't like to trade after 11, 10. What's this? Man, I just share this. Gosh, there's a link will only work for you. Because I don't want to send 4 images, but whatever. Well, I'm gonna do that. I'll check the charts in a bit. Just want to send this to the Discord. Let's trade 1. Trade 2. Say day 1, 2 trades. Total P&L was minus $2. What was it? $2.44. I'm not even gonna say this out. It's literally all in the journal. Like, why am I writing it? I'll just leave it there. Like, I'm literally writing all that. It literally says it in the journal. Okay. Let's see what ended up happening. Then we'll go make some breakfast. It looks pretty choppy. I wouldn't even try. Another down move. I mean, the 4-hour equal lows look really good. We should even mark that up. Like this, all these 4-hour equal lows. Each 4 relative equal lows. That's really clean, in my opinion. Yes, like projected off the 4-hour consequent encroachment, like we said, really nicely. We kind of forgot about that. 4-hour or just change of state. But yeah, it is what it is. We're just gonna leave it here. We'll stay on the 50-minute chart and just see if anything ends up happening. That's it for me, guys. I'll be live tomorrow and every day this week. Tomorrow, my video on AMD is gonna be released. I recommend you watch that video. It's gonna be really good. After that, after AMD, it's gonna be my market maker model, and that's gonna be a really good one too. So, see you guys tomorrow. Appreciate everyone coming. Peace.